Hello and welcome back to another exciting Let's Play of Mad Max. When we last left off, we got Glory back to Hope. And Chumbucket ran off with our car and hasn't been seen or heard from. Went back to where it all started. What could that possibly mean? And I gotta get rid of this night light mode. I completely forgot until I went outside and was like, oh yeah, these colors are off. Okay. Wait a minute. Why is... You son of a... There we go. Nope. Reload this page. I want to make sure the stream is up on stream. Alright, lovely it is. I'm paranoid. I'm so paranoid after the end of that Walking Dead fiasco. Yeah, we can only assume he went back to his old ship. What a crap car. I mean, it's not hideous, but this one's not exactly great.
And with the car, you never, ever trust no one.
Who hurt you, Max? Why do you hate friends? Chummy, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. There it is.
You came for me. You came for me.
I should kill you for this.
Hail the champ! The ruination of Stankum, they said.
Aha.
The one who thieved my big block and my concubine. Not to mention the one who ran a saw blade into Lord Scabrous Scrotus's very brain bag, as if cutting dead stump. Saw your ride, followed it here. We all followed it here, found your monkey, and that monkey was made to sing about you, a woman, a child, a whole little family. You must be the daddy. Well, now, daddy's gonna die.
Man, this guy knows my history. Alright, that's enough practice swings. We got a quick one here. Stankum's got the moves. Damn it. I got him with the perfect parry. Better enjoy these punches. No, stop. parried that. Ah. Stink gum, you ain't that tough. That's the good news.
He was horrible. I squealed so bad. I was made to scream. I'm a racist sinner and betrayer.
Oh, you and your pathetic mewling. Nope, no you don't.
Mediocre.
Meaty ogre? Certainly I didn't hear you, right? Oh, okay. You gotta parry him quick. Come in with that attack, yo. That was easy.
What did he tell you?
And rewarding.
Lord Scrotus was here. He heard that monkey song and he dug it about a little family. A woman, a child, a dog. Lord Scrotus gonna hurt you more than you could ever hurt me. He's there right now, killing him slow. In all sorts of tasty ways.
I feel like I could have killed him right there.
Catch the show. Lord Scrotus likes to
Oh, well, there you have it.
That I took it upon myself to bring her back to her birthplace. My angel, the magnum of which
You stole it.
righteous it was not. I confess. But what could this lowly acolyte do? What could I possibly do? You meant to take her from me. You meant to plant your petrol tank back here.
So,
So, where would somebody be? What's my place?
doesn't matter anymore.
All right, let's check the garage. Ugh, I know I'm not going to have enough for the next engine peak. 2,300. My God. So expensive. All right, let's go here. Man.
I should have trusted you. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You always knew I was going to take the car, but then you got attached to me. You caught feels, and for that, you're probably going to catch these
I was
hands.
scared, Saint. I was scared for her. Talk to me. Saint, talk to me. What are you going to do?
We're going to go rescue the woman for some reason.
Please, please, Saint, say something.
We're going to Gas Town. Hey, and the game was nice enough to refill my health.
You scare me. Saint, why do you not speak?
We are not on speaking terms. Certainly am hauling ass on my way up there.
Oh, save my ally, my ally. Come, speak to me.
So I think this game actually has a memory leak. I was after my stream last night. I was navigating around on the internet.
I know it was wrong what I did, but what could I have done?
And every tab kept opening up or every link I clicked kept opening up new tabs. It was very annoying, so I restarted my computer. So it looks like if you start to experience bugs in this game, you might have to actually restart the whole computer. I mean, the bugs are so minor, it barely matters, but still, when you need that scrap, like we do,
It is not certain. No,
you gotta do
not
it.
certain that Lord Scrotus has killed them. It is not certain.
Onward we go towards our goal. This is a very good car now. Hell of a drive there too. I know I can just fast teleport there, but I kind of wanted to drive. Have a bit of fun. Oh dear. There's Gastown.
Sir, please, where are we going? No, Sir, not back here.
Yep, yes, back
Please,
here.
Sir, let's go somewhere else. Anywhere. There's nothing for us here. Please. Oh, no.
Oh yes.
You're too late. Scrotus was here.
Oh god.
You okay, baby? Come here. Come on. Okay.
Mother's dead.
Nobody will remember my name.
Yes, they will. Yes, they will. I'll remember.
Hope is dead. Hope is
I
lost.
promise you. No.
Lord Scrotus likes to take his time.
Oh, God.
Kill them. I want you to paint my name in their blood across the lands.
Burn through your veins. Where is he? Where is he?
Wow, that was close. Oh, God, Max is pissed. All is lost forever. Hope and glory are gone. Dead by the hands of Scrotus. He will pay for this. Oh, damn straight he will.
He murdered them. Scrotus. I will have his blood.
Scrotus, all I had to do was take the
I
car.
must find him. And end him. Where is he?
Nobody knows where he goes. No, Saint. Only his war boys know his patterns. His zigzags and desperate unholy movementations.
Blood bag upside down in organic mechanics. He called himself Scab. Was a war boy, he said. Was with Scrotus. He said so. Yeah, he'll know. And he will tell me.
Oh, I don't know about y'all, but I'm thirsty for some scrap and revenge.
Let him wander, my love. Let him seek his right path.
Oh, I think the other scrap is inside here somewhere. Yep. All right, here we go. We're just gonna teleport there. Keep the momentum high and all that jazz. Here I am, just running around. The final showdown. Yeah, this is as good as my car's gonna get, I think. Unless I want to spend the next, like, 5 hours
Scrotus.
killing time collecting
I
scrap.
will tell you where to find him. Your fame walks on its own, and your shadow has grown. And my blood has fueled legend. Scrotus is settled on roadslide of the Purgatory Flatlands. 2 weeks, he said. A spent shell! Bring his corpus gratis to the organic mechanic! And let the blood serve! Now my blood returns for you, Scrotus! Now my blood returns!
Oh yeah. Oh, that was so cool. Now my blood.
He's big, Saint! Are you sure about this?
Oh yeah. Very sure.
God! Ain't no shield!
Need
we're about to get into some vehicular combat, of which we haven't had in quite a while.
Do it. The only thing you know how. Kill him.
Do it or die!
Take his life like he took ours.
Oh, you got it.
Do it. The only thing you know how. Kill him.
Shit.
Until death.
Until death do us part. I don't think so. Damn, that's some nice flames I'm spitting out now.
Some big bad armor on this small one, son.
All right, we're really whittling down the numbers here. Oh no, that's not what I meant. No sniper rifle. Come on. You're gonna take out my escort, I'll take out yours. Oi!
Fuel tanks on the sides. A weak spot if ever there was one.
Oh! Can't get too close to the side. Oh yeah, I have thunderpoons, don't I? You don't look like you're doing so well over there. So close.
I can bring life back into her lungs still. Yeah. Black fingers will heal her, say. Yeah.
Come on! What were we?
Come on.
We're doing this.
Please, stay. No! Please, me!
All right. Still not quite enough. Shumbucket's definitely dead. And there goes the magnum opus. Oh, what the hell? What the hell?
Bar interceptor.
That's my car.
Thunder. Bring the thunder. You made him. Now take his life.
Ah.
Dixon, stop! Break his bones!
Okay, so he's not gonna auto lock on it.
Father. Killer. End his life.
Blow him to smithereens!
It was you who drove the saw into his skull. It was you who unleashed the evil.
Well, that's 2 cars I just wrecked. All right, immortal Scrotus. You don't look like hot shit anymore, do you? I like the cod piece. Push that thing more into his guts. Cut his throat, cut off his head. You have got to be kidding me. It's one dead big boy. And the car still runs. Somehow. That car's not as fancy as the one we just lost, but... off we go. Leaving the snow globe behind. And that's Mad Max. He just drives off into the distance doing Wastelander bullshit that he always wanted to. He could take the dog. The dog's still alive. Chum Bucket's dead. Hope is dead. Glory is dead. And that's the end of it. Wow, well, I guess I'll talk about the game, right? So, the scrap in the game is hard to come by, and I feel like it's at about the right level. However, as I talked about in the previous video, I feel like the pacing of upgrades is a bit off. You don't get the V8 until the very end of the game, and they try and hype it up like it's going to be this awesome thing. And I mean, it certainly helps you go a hell of a lot faster, but by the point you get to it, you've got all the upgrades that you really can. Upgrading strongholds to them, like delivering all the scrap to them, doesn't seem to do anything at all. So I'd recommend just not even worrying about it, really. I mean, it may open up some new wasteland missions and whatever, but even then, the rewards off of that are things you'll never ever use. Like, you'll notice I never chose anything else except for the Magnum Opus or for Chum Bucket's buggy. I don't see a reason to go for any of the cars that you capture. There's no real reason. Actually, there is no reason. Sure, oh, you can take one of those and travel through the land and not get harassed. But who really cares? I like all the combat. I like all the stuff. I mean, the car combat's just too much fun to try and turn away. Plus, you get the scrap and all the other good stuff. So, I think I did fully max out my V8 in my first playthrough of the game a couple of years ago. And I did that mainly just by letting the game run in the background and playing other games and, like, while the game was offline and coming on back, getting the scrap, whatever. I certainly didn't scour the wasteland for it because that was just going to be too time consuming, and you get really tired of it. You really do. If I want to 100% this game, and I don't, then maybe you'll have all the scrap you can to get, like, the fully maxed out V8. But even then, you're going to get all the scrap from the camps before you finish it. So, whatever. The combat, the vehicle combat is a hell of a lot of fun, and fighting around in the camps. The camps are a ton of fun as well. Each one felt very unique and different, and I can go back to it and be like, oh, I remember this place. Let's see what else. The story, I really enjoy the story. I'm a bit let down by the ending, that it doesn't really get finalized, but that seems to be in accordance with, well, what Max would actually do. He's not here to, like, start a family or settle down in one place. He's not just trying to survive. He's out just driving. His goal was always to get across the, the silent plains of silence or something like that. They don't talk about that enough. Like, they don't remind you enough that he just kind of wants to, you know, go fuck off into the distance. Chum Bucket is an amazing character. And so is the Dinky D. Well, Dinky D doesn't really do any talking, but, you know, you do have a lot of fun with the dog. And I wish that there was more you could do with the dog. Like, let's say, if you took Chum Bucket's buggy, he would help you in combat and stuff like that. Like, while you're out on foot. That would be a nice touch. So, Avalanche did a great job with this game. There's a very few small amount of bugs. But considering that this was a port, that's alright. The game started in development, and I think, and don't quote me on this, like 2008 or 2009. It started a long time ago, and I think the original plans were scrapped, and then it got brought back. And the creator, what's his name, George Miller or something like that, did have a hand in being consulted about the script in the game and such. The art director in this game really freaking nailed it. My God, it was perfect. All the different camps looked completely different. There were just lots of decorations everywhere. And each area felt entirely different. Like, you had the dunes, you had Gastown, you had the Grand Rise area. Well, you had Pink Gums area, or Pink Eyes area, and Gut Gashes area. All of the landscape felt very different. That whole wait until nighttime bullshit really did get annoying, though. And honestly, it wasn't even until the end of the game that I realized that Chumbucket had a spark plug in his ear. He was using a spark plug as a gauge. Nice little details like that all over the place. I still kept finding new things that were visually appealing. The sound was very good as well. Like, engine noises are always just incredibly loud. But they did a good job in mixing it so that way the engine noises don't overpower the voices and all that other good stuff. I wish that I could change the audio independently, but that's not the case. What else to say about this game? Having the strongholds and liberating areas, I love that stuff. I'm a sucker for that stuff. And we'll be doing that in the next game as well. I do have a very special treat for us. It's going to be called The Godfather, the game. And I'm going to talk a lot more about that in the Godfather video. What else? Oh no, the whole Wasteland Mad Max universe is really appealing, although there's a lot of inconsistencies in the story that I talked about quite a bit. Like, we're driving around on the bottom of the ocean, but there's windmills, not underwater turbines, but windmills, pavement, and I mean, right next to ships, you might see buses, and I could hear you say, well, the buses got there after the oceans receded, or stuff like that, but that doesn't really account to, like, bridges, like, fully constructed bridges being made like that. I don't see anybody doing that in the Wasteland. I mean, I can see a wood bridge, but not one with concrete and proper architect. Story mission complete. Paint my name in blood. It's done. The plains of silence await. You've successfully completed the story of Mad Max, however there is still plenty to do. Chumbucket and the Magnum Opus, along with some other major characters, are back again. Feel free to continue exploring, tie up loose ends, and upgrade your car as you see fit. The Wasteland is your playground.
Say, the Magnum Opus is tuned up and ready to go. Shall we take her next?
I got the classic shotgun. Beautiful. I got my leather jacket back. A double-barreled sawed-off shotgun from the old days. It's reliable and reloads quicker than other makeshift shotguns. That's what I'm talking about. I still have barely enough to upgrade to the next engine part. $2,900, $3,500, my God. So much is needed. Look at that engine. Freaking hell, how do you see around that thing? The lack of music in the game was a very nice touch as well. I mean, we're hearing music now, so that's a bit of a bullshit. It's a bit of a bullshit thing to say, but still. They stayed away from, like, having a radio station pop in with a spunky DJ just mouthing and trying to act cool.
Lie low here.
Aye, aye, I will defend her with my life.
Oh, well, I guess I killed these people for fun.
Oh, here it comes! A mighty duster!
Yep, we lost engine sounds. Well. See, I mean, I could keep playing and get, oh, I don't know, all these things and do the races, but at this point, what's the reason? Actually, let's do this death run. Oh, I guess I have to do a death run to actually unlock it. Let's see what that special one's all about. There we go. %, more acceleration.
She's airborne!
That's one way down. All that for one scrap. What a kick in the dick. Nope, nope. Man, that thing was hidden. That felt cathartic. So, I checked my Facebook this morning, as I always do when I'm on the toilet. And, I've got a friend of mine, he's got a Rolls Royce. And last night, some drunk driver sideswiped his car while he was at a stoplight. He's like, man, you know what? Y'all know how much this is going to cost me if his insurance doesn't cover it, and it most likely won't. I mean, okay, it's not that bad. And when I say it's not that bad, it's, he did put, like, sizable dents in the door. And when I say sizable, I mean, like, maybe, it's about the same size if, you were to kick it as hard as you could with a steel toe boot. It's not major, it's not medium, it's minor. But at the same point, wow. Paint is scraped off, dented the doors. It's not an incredible amount of damage, but still, replacing that stuff, $18,000. I don't even know if that includes labor. This guy just got it, too. Like, it's not even 3 months old.
Doom drifter! Watch out! The gas toter!
Hey, let me in here.
Fight!
Just like that. Man says he's tired of collecting scrap. Still manages to do it every time. So imagine that, $18,000. I think that if I ever did get rich, even though I could afford repairs like that, I still wouldn't want to. Ye gods. $18,000. There's so many other things I'd rather do with $18,000. I forget if I said this already, but the guy was drunk and the police did not arrest him. The policeman said it's a civil matter, blah, blah, blah. In hindsight, it might be worth saying the amount of damages on here make it a legal matter. This is not a civil matter. But I am no lawyer. And sometimes you think, well, that's bullshit. That's not how the world works, but it is. Like whenever someone gets charged with murder or gets charged with, what is it? I'm trying to remember. The story case of Amber Geiger where like the internet threw a shit fit whenever she killed that guy in his own apartment because she thought it was her own. She was just that stupid. She broke into his place and then shot and killed this guy. It's like, oh, this isn't my apartment. Ha ha ha, boy, is my face red. What a dumbass. Anyways, she got charged with something else. I forget what it was. But she was looking at going up Shit Creek. I think it was, fuck, I can't remember the name. But anyways, it wasn't murder. It still technically isn't murder because it wasn't premeditated. She didn't do it to kill somebody. I mean, you know, you can debate as much as you want, but she didn't go in there with the intent of killing somebody. She knew. That's murder. It wasn't premeditated, all that good stuff. But the internet threw a shit fit because, you know, they want the word murder, which I think she's going to get convicted of it, as unlikely as it would be in normal circumstances. You wouldn't go for a murder charge because it's like, well, we can prove that it wasn't murder because of this. Yes, she did kill somebody. Yes, she is a dumbass. Yes, she will be held accountable. But if you go in for a charge like that and they can prove that it wasn't, by the definition of the word murder, then the case can get dropped, which seems like bullshit. So you have to go in there with the correct charge. Otherwise, you can't get anything. Like, there was one thing that happened here in Houston, and it became a pretty big case. There was a drunk driver, took a right turn, was going up a one-way street, the wrong way, of course, and hit and killed a cyclist. And because the cyclist was a cute young girl, it got a lot of attention. This happened about 5 years ago, and I still see like the ghost bike where she died, and people are still leaving flowers there to this day. Wow, people really did love her. She may have been a very cool person as well. I don't know her, but I do think that her age and her looks did matter, as well as gender. Because I know I would have been forgotten a long time ago, but I am a bit of a twat, so there is that factor as well. But anyways, the drunk driver, they had to go get their windshield replaced. The mechanic narked on them, and so did one of her best friends. Like, the mechanic narked on her because there was still bits of hair in the windshield. And the drunk driver got away with it for about a week or something like that. And it all came out, this is the person, this is the person, this is who done did it. Done did the dirty deed. And they couldn't get her for drunk driving or vehicular manslaughter or anything like that because they couldn't straight up prove that was her. We all knew she did it. Beyond a question, we knew she did it. But we couldn't get her for that. So they went for failure to render aid because they said they knew she admitted to being in the area. And they're like, well, failure to render aid means that you didn't stop to render aid to someone that's injured and needed help. We can get her for that. And they went in for the maximum sentence, which I think is like 10 years in prison or jail or whatever, and heavy fines and all these other different things. If they went in for vehicular manslaughter or whatever, that charge probably would not have stuck and she would be walking around free to this day. And it seems a bit fucky, but that's the legal system that we have. And it is in place for a reason. It's easy to be so judgy on the outside whenever you don't actually deal with it every day. I mean, I don't, but I do have friends, and I have dated girls that worked in law. And these things are in place for a reason. Anyways, enough of my bantering.
There, a legend in the making. Ready to dip and rip and dust the fool who'd bet against such a monster cool.
Absolutely. Thirst cutter? What the hell is... Why does this have stars everywhere? We're doing the thirst cutter. Alright, let's see what this one's all about. Why the hell does this one look so different?
The big guy's really armored up. Yeah, what a crazy thing kills us all.
Damn it. See. And I missed. That was a good waste of a bullet. Alright, let's try this again. Wait, why is the wheel not being taken out? Okay, I might have to actually race on this one. Which the thirst cutter seems to be doing just fine with. Alright. It's a bit of a wide turn there, Britt. You can do better. Careful on these turns. Seems like it's getting a bit fucky here. Alright, let's get that handbrake going. I feel like I'm going through this at a snail's pace, but these other cars just can't keep up, so I'm alright with that. We got this, we got this. Oh dear. We didn't get the Griffin token. Ugh. Rewards, I got the thirst cutter. Yeah, that is the Rockstar Energy logo. It's so lame. So yeah, I have no idea what's so special about this guy. Whatever. Anyways. I better stop this before I get sucked into this again. So, thank you for watching. I'll be back with another game shortly. If you scroll on down, if you're watching from Twitch, scroll on down, you'll find a link to my YouTube. You can click on the picture of me, it'll take you there. I export all my videos over there, so if you missed an episode, you can catch what you missed over there. So thank you for watching this exciting game of Mad Max, and I will see you in the next video.